Hey everybody, this is Brett, and today I'm going to teach you how that you can live a whole lot older life. And you have to really want that, first of all. But, one of the other factors is the expectation of how old you'll get to live. And if you expect from seeing television programs or from hearing people talk about this and that or from seeing someone in your family die, if you expect that the average lifespan in this world at this time is going to be 75 or 80 years old, which is what it is, if you expect that, then it's likely that you're going to live a lifestyle and you're going to have an attitude and you're going to work a job and you're going to do this and you're going to do that are going to be congruent with that expectation, maybe 80 years. In the United States, the average man lives to be 76 point something, and the average woman lives to be like a few years older. And, now what if you didn't have a preconceived notion as to how old you were going to get to live? In fact, what if you grew up in a family that was isolated, out in the country, and everyone that you'd ever known told you that the average human lived to be 300 years old? That would kind of change things, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that kind of change your way of living? Wouldn't it make you slow way down and think about things before you just jumped into them or did something that was potentially haphazard? Because if you're expected to live to be 300 years old, you better really take care of your life. And you better eat really good foods. And you better not take on a job that's dangerous. Think about it. If you could possibly maybe do some hypnotherapy and some breathing and say to yourself and a positive affirmation to the effect of, I'm going to live to be 150 years old. Maybe a more realistic expectation might be, I'm going to live to be 120 years old. Breathe. I'm going to live to be 120 years old. Could live to be 130 years old. Instead of your current, I might get to live to be 80 or 90. Go for 120. Get it into your head. I'm telling you, I have learned that with so many things, I dare not build people's expectations up if I don't expect to really do that, achieve that with everything that I do, because if I tell somebody, hey, I'm going to give you 65, no doubt, by this date, and then I only give them 52 by a later date, oh my God, it's horrible. But if I tell them that I can give you 45 by the 3rd, and then I give them 52 by the 2nd, oh, they're just happier than pigs in shit. So, excuse me. So, expectations are huge, and you may not be able to take on that lifespan expectation of 120 years old. In fact, you may be good for another just like 5 years. But you can apply this in whatever way, to the extent that you think that you can handle it. So, go for it. Use your mind. Use the power of your mind to live a longer, but not just a longer life. Do something with it, When I'm done with this life, I'm going to say to creation, I'm going to say, fuck, I did my best. Now you see, I wouldn't want to be somebody that was just like Dr. Mercola or somebody huge in the public's eye that can't say the F word at will if I really want to, you know? Because somebody would be like, my kids were watching that with me. And I'd be like, well, what's wrong with the F word? You did it last night, didn't you? There ain't nothing wrong with sex, is there? All good Christians are doing it. And Muslims and all the rest of them. They're all doing that. So there's nothing wrong with it. It's the attitude, you see. It's the attitude towards different words and ideas. And you know, in regards to those things like the F word and the S word and you know, various things that I don't think are very bad, there's a whole lot of things that the general public does that make me want to vomit. And I am not going to talk about those on this video, but let's just say that, you know, we need to start respecting the earth and not wasting the resources. We need to start taking care of our pets and our domestic animals, especially if we want to eat them, and I don't do that. I'm vegan. I love the animals, and I've slaughtered animals and killed them before, and I don't want to do that anymore, because that's one of the things that's really nauseating, and it's one of the things that will shorten your lifespan. And nowadays we have ways of getting all of our vitamins and minerals from plant-based resources and vitamins and minerals, and sprouting and juicing and wet grinding. Stay tuned. I'm telling you, wet grinding. Vegetables, you can eat a lot more vegetables if you mash them all up with the food processor and then throw them in the wet grinder and make mashed food. It's awesome. I sell them on my site through Amazon as an affiliate now. So in any case, there you go. There's some ideas on how you can just change your expectations for how long you're going to live. And when you do that, when you change one aspect of your life, whether it be a mental thing like that or a physical thing like changing your diet, it affects all the other things. It also affects the things around you. And so if you've got people around you that aren't ready for those changes, then you may have to get away from them, or they may definitely get away from you. And you have to be ready for those changes. And so, you know, I'm at this point now of where I am just like understanding more and more that I'm in control of my little entity here, my little life, but I'm not in control hardly at all of anything out there. And everything out there is affecting me, whether it be the stars, the planets, the weather, the seasons, people, the emails, comments. And so, basically just hang on, baby. Hang on for the ride. Because if you're in a healing lifetime, you know, like me, then it's a roller coaster. And you just gotta hang in there and go with the flow. So thanks for joining me, y'all. Bye. Peace out.